One thing you'll notice in trigonometry is these square roots keep coming up again and again and again. And square root of 2 and square root of 3 are very, very common when you're dealing with special angles, 30, 45, 60 degree angles. So what I want to make sure everyone's comfortable with is switching back and forth between the different forms of these common trig ratios, because sometimes you will see something like this. And you have to understand, just by looking at it, that that is the same exact thing as this one over here. And I'll show you why. If you consider 1 divided by square root of 2, and you multiply it by a crazy 1. Remember, crazy 1s are what we multiply something by when we don't want to change its value, we just want to change the way it looks. What this becomes is square root of 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2, right? And that's just square root of 2 divided by square root of 4, and that's just square root of 2 divided by 2. Okay, so you see how I just converted from one form to the other. So using that same technique, we should be able to draw some equivalence lines between a lot of these things. And it takes some practice before you can do it very, very fast, but I think we can try another one here. I like this guy. This is an interesting one. 2 over square root of 3. 2 over square root of 3. Well, if I multiply that by a crazy 1, that's square root of 3 over square root of 3. This is going to be 2 square root of 3 divided by 3. Okay, and that's this guy up here. So just get a little practice multiplying fractions by crazy 1s, and you should really memorize these things, like what 2 over square root of 3 means. That's 2 radical 3 over 3. You have to be comfortable writing these things in both their rationalized and unrationalized forms, because sometimes when you're doing reciprocals of trig ratios, you'll end up with a square root on the bottom, and you might not know what that square root on the bottom means. You have to be able to go back and forth very fast.